Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for stopping by Healing Conversations with Z. I'm Zuri BB, and we're going to do a sacred geometry message, activation and message today. I'm finding that when I use the activation cards along with the sacred geometry cards, other oracle cards, I get a more accurate reading. I'm finding that you can actually pinpoint the things you need to focus on. So I'm gonna start doing that more often. Also, I'm a little bummed out. I had another oracle deck that I'm supposed to be getting, a visionary active oracle visionary deck, and it should have been here by now, but it's lost in Amazon zone somewhere. I was going to get my refund and redo it again, but I just said, let me see if it's going to come. I'll give it a few more days. If it doesn't come in a few more days, I'm going to have to scratch that one and reorder. But anyway, I'm hoping you all are doing well. I'm hoping that the energies that are going, it's kind of weird out here right now. I mean, I'm okay now, but it's just a lot of wishy-washy and at times turbulent energies. I don't read the zodiac signs, and I don't know the birth chart. I don't know those things. I probably will delve into that eventually. But from my understanding, there's been a lot of stuff going on, in the wind. I just know when there's something crazy going on, and I know that there's stuff going on, and I just hanker down for cover if I need to. But let's keep it moving. When I do these readings, they are to help you get into union with yourself, help you to understand yourself, help you to figure out what you want to do, or what to answer some of the questions you may be having about yourself. I know when I did the last reading that I got cut off, and that's the other thing I wanted to mention. Every time that I know that I'm on the right track, because every time I do a reading and I add something with information, something happens to my video. I'll look down and it cuts off. I didn't hit the button. It's just something in the wind that's, tries to do something, but it's not me. And if I come back on and say, look, I didn't do it, that's just letting you know that there are some kind of energies, meddling spirits, as I call them, about. We're going to do, before I even start with the reading and say a prayer, if you have any questions, I think that it would be best for you to write them down. Write down any questions or concerns that you may have before I actually get started with this reading. That way, after I do the reading, you will know some answers. You'll be able to say, oh, okay, this is what I wrote down. I was questioning it, and you kind of answer some things. Or, we could talk about it. I know a lot of times people don't comment on these readings that I do. They normally, if I do a music reading, which I do have I woke up the other day with a song in my head, and I may, it was kind of personal, but I may do a reading on it because someone else may be having it as well. I may do that later on today. I got a late start today because, like I said, if you've been following my channel, I have been going through some things, and this week has been my first full week back. And actually, I don't think I did a reading one day, and that was because I was with my divine masculine. So that was, if I didn't do a reading one day, that's because I was with my divine masculine. But I'm finding that I just lost my train of thought. If it's meant to be out, it'll come back. Just write down your questions beforehand. Let's pull this. Let's pray. Let's get that first. Dear divine Heavenly Spirit, Holy Father, archangels, everybody who is on my team, spirit guides, angels, fairies, dragons, ascended masters, Jesus, everyone coming to this place while I do this reading. Let this reading be of, not of me. Take my ego out of this. I don't want any part of myself to be a part of this reading. I want it to be information from you all, from Spirit, to help me give the people the information that they may need to help them come into union with themselves. Let any negative energy or entity that may be lingering in the midst, can you keep them out of this reading? Ban them from this place, Heavenly Father, please. And let this reading be of goodwill, of good information, of a helpful spirit, adding knowledge to the people who come to this page, to this channel, to receive information from me. I'm asking that it be, so it is. It is so. All right. Shuffling. I'm cutting. I'm gonna shuffle the other deck first. What I've been finding, that there's been a lot of turbulence going on, a lot of questioning going on, a lot of drama going on, just in general. I stay out of the fray, but it is what it is. You got to have the dark with the light. You just need to learn how to balance it and not let it overtake you. There are spirits out there that want to overtake you. There are people out there who will take advantage of you if you're not grounded. I think that's what my reading was for yesterday. I talked about making sure that you are in your spirit, balanced within yourself, so that no one else can come in and sway you or manipulate you. Because that's what a good reader that's not honest, they'll manipulate you. They will manipulate you and smile while they do it. So you need to be careful about that. If anyone ever feels like they're being manipulated on this channel, openly say something, because I'm not trying to trigger nobody. I will give the messages that the cards say, but I'll always give it to you in a way that where you can see, where you can balance things out. So yeah, you should always be mindful of the reader that you choose for yourself. Okay, and in saying that, let's get this going. Let's see what card comes out. These are new cards, and I'm still breaking them in, but I like them though. I really like these cards. All right, the card you have is emergence. Emergence means something's coming into being. To emerge is to come up. Wow. Okay. Let's see what this says. Emergences. I'll hold it up so you can look at it while I'm reading. The frequency of emergence invites us to approach our reality with a childlike attitude of innocence and wonderment, and to watch and celebrate the beauty that unfolds from that place. Sounds like inner child. I said I wouldn't write it on my channel anymore because everybody does it. But this is about an inner child emerging. Looking at things from an innocence. Go back to that place. All right, emergence can be described as the process of coming into being, a rising of something that wasn't there before. When referring to personal development and growth, The emergence of a grander expression of ourselves is often a result of expansive inner work and deep release. In order for real personal growth to happen, we have to be willing to let go of existing beliefs, systems, frameworks, and labels that define and limit us. Recognizing potential can take us on an exciting inner journey of discovery and integration. From this place of oneness and discernment, we can truly unfold and emerge as a new human being. Deep. Oh, yeah, you could see it. I was just wondering if you could see my book. The rich blue and the deep and rich blue at the core of this activation represents the drive for clear expression. The purple signifies the insights that come directly from our connection to source and that are now available to be expressed. And the yellow and oranges indicate the creativity and power with which we can do so. Take a deep breath and close your eyes for a moment. What was your "when I grow up I want to be" declaration? Did you realize this childhood dream? What other aspects of yourself would you like to give birth to? Are there any new aspects emerging that you have never expressed before? Keep a journal so you are aware of your growth. That is so funny because I remember as a kid, I wanted to be Diana Ross. Diana Ross from Diana Ross and the Supremes, because she was in the lead and she was just singing and just singing. And it's funny because I was deterred from being a singer as a child, and then I ended up going back many years later, and I have a degree in music. So it's interesting how those things happen. All right, let's see what your sacred geometry card is for the day. What's your message for the collective today, Spirit? What is the message today for the collective? What is the collective reading for today? Oh, there we go. I didn't think a card was going to pop out. Duality. Man, I know what this is about. I'm not going to look at it. There is a group of you that are dual. You don't believe that things are connected. They're all one. You think that you have to separate things into separate, like it's them and you. And you don't have to do that. As long as you're in this duality, there's always going to be some type of negativity there. You need to integrate your energies, integrate your the situation into one thing. It can't be, okay, with them over there, I'm upset with her over there, and so I'm gonna keep her over there and I'm gonna stay over here. Because as long as you got the two duality things going on, and that's not a good example. Let me use another one. Say that you want to do something. I believe that I could fly. No, we're not doing no R. Kelly. Let me get out of that. Let me see. You could say, I'm going to start a new business. Let me just do that one. You're saying you want to start a new business, but then in the same breath, you're saying, but I don't have enough money. Or you're saying, I don't think I can do that. That's a duality. You're sending two different frequencies out into the world. And as long as you're doing that, things are going to be dual. You're going to have this side and that side. When you need to erase that because everything is one. Everything. You're connected to everything. I'll do it another way. Divine, you have your divine counterpart might have another counterpart, or you might be the one having the other counterpart. But you're saying them over there and me, but it's not. You're all connected. As long as your other person is connected to somebody else, you connected to them too. So you're all together. You can't separate it. As much as you would like to separate it, you can't. We're all together. We're all different sections, but we all make a whole. I don't know if you all understand that. But you have to get out of being in that duality mentality, that duality energy, because it's not helpful to you. You're always going to feel like you got to do something to balance, to make it right. You're going to always feel like you're not going to be able to do it, or you're going to always feel like I want to do this but I can't. You're always going to be like that. And looking at that, you're always going to feel like you're either a reversed two of pentacles, but actually this is an upright two of pentacles, actually, because you're balancing. You're always going to be feeling like you're balancing, juggling, not balancing. You're going to feel like you're juggling when you should be balancing things out. When you're in this duality, you're always juggling. Always. You got to stop that juggling. Once you stop juggling, you'll be able to emerge. The true you will come out. That new childlike energy. And again, this is dealing with your inner child. You're dealing with your inner child. I don't really know what else more I can say about this. I'm getting more confident and not pulling the book out for some of these readings now, because I kind of know these cards, you know. But it's just a dual, and it's ripples. Once you do it here, it just ripples into other areas of your life, and then squares are masculine, circles are feminine. Because masculine is rigid. It's your two different sides, your masculine and your feminine energies. So you need to understand and merge them, because as long as you're separating, you're not going to be able to merge. You're going to constantly be fighting in your inner child. So you need to learn how to balance these things out. Let me see what I'm going to call this. I'm not for sure yet. Just stay tuned. You'll see it. I think I'm going to call it, you need, I'm not sure. Anyway, I'll think about it in a minute, because I got to title it once I stop it. Please make comments. I'm always asking for suggestions on how I can make this channel better, clearer for you all. Thank you for stopping by. I'm hoping the message, I was a little confusing and explaining things, but I'm hoping in the end that I was able to make it clearer for you. Please comment. Let me know. I'd appreciate that. So again, thank you for stopping by Healing Conversations with Z. I'm Zuri BB, and until next time, peace.